Welcome to London Property Digest, your essential 10-minute audio recap for staying informed on London's property market. And, it seems like every week we're talking about how competitive the London rental market is. But this time,
It's really,
it's really heating up.
it is.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
getting crazy out there.
Crazy out there.
Yeah, so this isn't just like a little blip.
Right?
We've seen 2 years of steady increases, and now things are accelerating even faster. And it's putting a real squeeze on renters. October saw rents jump a whopping 8.7% compared to last year.
Wow. 8.7%.
Yeah.
So let's put that into real-world terms. Say you were eyeing a two-bedroom flat in Shoreditch last year,
Okay.
and it was going for around £1,800 a month. This year, that same flat could easily be listed for over £2,000. So that's a significant difference,
It is.
especially when you consider everything else is getting more expensive too.
Everything else is going up, yeah. And while rising rents are affecting the whole country, London's seeing the sharpest spike. In October alone, rents in the capital shot up by 10.4%. Meanwhile, up in the Northeast,
Okay.
the average rent went from just under £600 to just under £700 in the same time frame. So it really highlights how intense the pressure is here in London.
Yeah, it's a very different story depending on where you are in the country.
It is.
So, okay, rents are going through the roof, but what's fueling this? Is it just high demand or is there something else at play?
Well, it's kind of like a game of musical chairs, but with fewer chairs every round.
Okay.
So we have incredibly high demand from renters. But fewer and fewer landlords are willing to put their properties on the market. And that is just creating a huge imbalance.
So why are landlords pulling back? Wouldn't they want to capitalize on these high rents?
You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
But rising interest rates have really thrown a wrench in the works. Their mortgage costs are going up, squeezing their profit margins. On top of that, you have all these potential home buyers who are struggling to save enough for a deposit because house prices keep climbing, so they're stuck renting for longer, which just adds fuel to the fire.
So it's all connected. That interest rate hike that the Bank of England made to fight inflation,
Yeah.
that's making it much harder for someone to buy their first flat.
Yeah.
And they're stuck renting, keeping that demand sky high.
Exactly. And even though mortgage rates dipped a bit after their peak this past summer,
Okay.
they've crept back up recently,
Hmm.
which is keeping that pressure on both buyers and renters.
And we can't forget that the average UK house price is still climbing, reaching £292,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just rents that are going up.
Right.
It's the cost of buying as well.
It is, and it's fascinating, though, because London actually saw a slight dip in house prices,
Really?
down 0.5%.
Huh?
So that's unusual compared to the rest of the country, and it might be a sign that things are starting to cool off, at least in the sales market.
Okay, interesting. So what does all this mean for someone hoping to buy their first place in London?
Honestly, it's a tough landscape right now. Even with the recent cut to the base rate, those rising mortgage rates are making homeownership feel out of reach for many. It's making me rethink my own investment strategy, to be honest. If I were a first-time buyer now, I'd be looking at all my options very carefully.
Yeah, definitely something to think about. And for all the latest updates and insights into the ever-changing London property market, make sure to subscribe to London Property Digest. We'll keep you informed every step of the way